75 620. Dave White is here from New York Sea Grant this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. The pen
with
he
the
just
pen.
gave
There you go. There you go.
And pens, and he does every year. So thank
I'm
you.
not singing "You Light Up My Life," no matter how many times you turn that pen on.
I like these pens. These are cool.
You had to make the drive in this morning. A lot of snow for you from Oneida.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the southern area down Oswego County. You're absolutely correct. The weather person is absolutely on target this morning. There's an advisory on the way here, and I can guarantee you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, I gotta say though,
it's not easy to drive through, right?
It was not. It was kind of fun to, like
maneuver.
bumper cars coming up, like an amusement park.
I bring that up because all this snow is going to be good for our waterways, Lake Ontario, the river. I mean, this will help with bringing water back to our system, but you're still worried about it.
We are very worried about this stuff, and we were just kidding that we're going to talk about harbor management and dredging, and it's like, really, with the snow coming down? But, again, last year this time it was 80 degrees. People were getting very excited to get out on bodies of water. And, right now, as people know, most of our bodies of water are below average where they should be this time of year, and this is where they start their increase to come back up. Midsummer, they then go back down.
Right.
The big issue we have in the Great Lakes there is physically no water above us. 85% of the water that comes into the Great Lakes comes through Niagara Falls and the Welland Canal.
Okay, so above us is the other Great Lakes.
It is a mess. I mean, Huron and Michigan have never been this low in recorded history. They're hitting all-time lows. So you can go online and see the pictures of harbors where there's no ability to get in and out of the harbor.
So over Lake Michigan, you said?
Lake Michigan and Huron.
Is one where some of the harbors there are just bone dry.
They are literally where the access in and out of the harbor is like bone dry or down to 1 or 2 feet. And so the concern is, depending on the kind of year we have this year of rain, snow. I mean, we've had good snow, but we don't have a huge snowpack, and only 15% of our water comes from our own drainage basin. So the real issue is we're below average right now, and it doesn't look like we're going to have that glut normally that we would have come in, meaning that even folks here, because over the last 10 to 15 years, just by normal processes, the bottom of our harbor, and mostly we're talking about our access channels in and out of, Port Ontario. I mean, right now, Sandy Pond, you couldn't get in and out of with a boat if we didn't have ice. So a lot of our harbors, the bottom has come up, the top has come down because of the drought we're in, and over the last 10, 15 years, boats have gotten deeper drafts, so we've had a compression. So folks are really going to need to be thinking about this year, especially as we go later in the year, where they're going to be boating, and be thinking about getting in and out of either the boat slip, the marina, the boat launch ramp, or even in and out of the harbor.
The snow is going to be good, of course, people will say that, but it really is just one factor in what
it's
goes into
really
this.
one factor, and again, we need that glut to come in, that spring runoff to come in. We need the rain, and then with the higher temperatures we've had in the summer, we've had it enhanced evaporation. We should be talking from evaporation.
Enhanced.
This is a good education.
Say that this time of the morning. I can say that.
How has it been over with the other Great Lakes for this winter? Are they seeing the lake effect that we're getting? Will they have more water coming down to their waterways, or is it dry?
They really want it's relatively dry across the system. And again, if you just saw the map the other day, right now, like the whole Northeast is covered in snow, but it's not a lot. We haven't had that. I mean, this part of the world, we're down, 20 to 30 inches of snow from a normal year. Well, that equates to 1 to 2 inches of water.
So let me ask you this. One thing you can do is you can dredge. Okay, marinas sometimes will end up dredging their areas, and that will allow, you're not putting more water in, but you're making the bottom, go further down. That's expensive.
Very expensive, and right now they will be coming out for the folks that are on Lake Ontario. There is a group that's been funded to put together what's called the Dredge Management Plan, which is actually to come up with a plan to dredge all of the harbors in Lake Ontario in a very systemic way, in a very planned way, because you don't need to be dredged every year at the harbor channels. So what years would you need to dredge them so we can try to get in front of this? Issue being is that there actually is money in the federal government to fund this, but they've locked that money down to help fund the federal government.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's one of those lockbox things. They can't use the money, but they use it to balance the budget.
The lockbox. You're doing the Al Gore this morning.
There you go. There you go. Wow. There you go.
Is that like the Harlem Shake?
Wow. I tell you, we're doing it here, aren't we? Whoa.
All right. It's interesting. It is going to be a serious problem if we don't see rain. I think after this, we have snow, but you need a lot of rain.
We're going to need, and we don't want a lot of rain because then we can't enjoy the season that we want to have. So
but
Catch-22.
It's a catch-22, and it's just something people need to be thinking about now as they're going into the season, which hopefully will start soon. Did you catch that? Start soon?
Oh, spring is coming.
Spring is coming. It's right around the corner.
The almanac says so.
That's right. That's right. And so does
Stop it.
We got to go.
Stop it.
All right,
Dave.
take
Good
care.
to see you. Back here in a couple of moments.